Hey everyone, this is Flashyou here, and welcome to a new Azeroth Throwback Thursday. This week we'll be looking at the Wetlands. The Wetlands is personally one of my favorite zones to quest in. I know I say this in a lot of my previous videos, but I feel like these zones do not get enough love with tools like the Dungeon Finder. You tend to just stay in Stormwind, Ironforge, or, Orgrimmar, Thunderbluff. Actually, who hangs out in Thunderbluff? But you know what I mean. You just kind of hang out in those cities and don't quite go out and quest. But Wetlands used to be one of my personal favorites, especially post-Cataclysm, to quest in. Just a lot of fun quests, a lot of good lore, and just a beautiful all-around scenery. Kind of something really, mysterious about Menethil Harbor. So, let's get right to it then. So basically, Menethil Harbor is named after the ruling dynasty of Lordaeron. So Arthas' dad, Tyrannus, it's named after him. So basically, for Menethil, there are the two boats. Actually, there are still two boats. So this one here now goes to Howling Fjord. Sorry about that. Yeah, to Howling Fjord. I actually did not know this prior to this video. I always thought there was only one boat after the Cataclysm. Just goes to show how much I haven't given this place any love. But basically this boat is all the way to Howling Fjord, while the other boat, which is currently not here, goes to Theramore. I'm actually surprised Theramore boat's still working, because, Theramore is all going to crap and all, but no, it's still going. And basically this boat here, just for a cool fact, this one right here all sunken and all that, this one's called the Maiden's Voyage, I believe. Let me just, yeah, the Maiden's Virtue. Okay, and basically this boat had been stationary right here since the launch of WoW, and basically once Deathwing came in, it just blew up and just had it just sunk there. And it's kind of cool. I actually never knew that the boat even had a name, if it had any significance, but basically it played a big part of the Menethil Harbor, because as you can see, the crew members all around are part of Maiden's Virtue. See Maiden's Virtue crewman, and I believe here is the captain, it's this guy here. Yeah, Bart Tidewater. So, I think that's a cool little, Easter egg to kind of figure out. Or it might just be me not paying attention to lore at all. Could be one of those things. But, so that's a cool thing. So basically, Menethil Harbor plays a big part in terms of, trading. Again, with the docks and the boats, coming with resources in and out from both Theramore and Howling Fjord. So it still plays an important part in that. And also, you might think that now, since it's all half underwater, no one would actually live here, but people are still living here. As you can see, people are still, trying to fix up their home that's been flooded, which is pretty great. Though, I do like the logic of, oh, there's no water in the entrance, but there's water surrounding it completely. Makes me wonder if there's oh, how's the basement? It's totally not flooded. It's going to be, perfect. Because in the normal, world, if you want, yeah, this would be flooded. There wouldn't be alcohol here. One would only hope. But, yeah, so that's been pretty cool that that it hasn't been abandoned, but they're working safely to try and rebuild it. I'm actually kind of wondering if they're going to do with the park and Legion. So in Stormwind, the park was blown up by Cataclysm. Wow, the park was blown up by Deathwing. And that's getting completely rebuilt in Legion. So hopefully in the near expansions or patches, Menethil Harbor will get the same kind of love and get slightly rebuilt. So moving along here, one of my favorite quest lines that I was talking about earlier is called the Lost Fleet. Well, actually situated in the Lost Fleet right here. So basically, this is actually a really cool quest line. So if you ever have a chance, it's still around. But basically, there are crewmen here, and they're kind of undeady. They're not quite ghosts. They kind of a bit of column A, bit of column B, and you're trying to figure out what happened to this crewman. And basically, they're how can I say this? My goodness, words! Basically, there is an orb that is hidden in there that you end up finding that actually consumes them. It has really magical powers and basically consumes them. But luckily, you know, it's a curse, I should say, more than... Yeah, it's more than just magic. It's a curse, I should say. So basically, anyone who tries to touch it, or anyone tries to inherit it, or whatever, you get cursed. And basically, what happens is the curse affects anyone trying to locate the orb, transforming them into an illusionary undead form, and weakening their spirits. Oh shit. Unfortunately, though, the curse seems to only be permanent on those who are truly dead. So basically, once your ship gets capsized, wrecked on the side, and then your ghost kind of wanders and finds it, that's when the effects are permanent. But if I remember correctly, I'm not sure if that's the case now. When you used to fight a large portion of them, they would place a curse on you, and you would actually transform into an undead. Basically, your soul would also be weakened, which was, you know, interesting. Luckily, again, effects are not permanent. I get to be a pretty night elf and not dead. And of course, Murlocs. My god, those fudging Murlocs. But it is cool, though. They did add the little baby Murlocs as well. Those weren't always there. Nothing very special, just Murlocs, you know, pestering and, you know, annoying the crap out of people trying to, you know, quest, you know, in peace. But the thing is, oh, there is a rare here, actually. Oh, Two Toes! Oh my god! His name is Two Toes! Look at him! Oh, here, I should actually zoom in. Oh, look at that. Look at his little spear. Maybe he drops like something cool. Let's take a look. Oh, jeez. Just some black boots. That's nothing. Oh. But hey guys, there's a rare spawn there named Two Toes. Very, very adorable. Orangey looking. Can't really miss him. But anyways, now we're gonna be heading out to Dunmoder, and Modder. If I am saying this wrong, I sincerely apologize. But I remember, basically, again, this goes back to pre-Cataclysm, the dwarves that are situated there, which are dark iron dwarves, they are all there to kill you, and they were elite. So they hit very, very hard. Like my good old saying, trucks made of trucks. Basically, you needed a group to complete some of the quests up there because they did hit very hard, and there was a big stack of them. It was like a Murloc pack of dwarves. It was quite the challenge. However, I believe it was even post-Cataclysm, so Cataclysm hadn't happened again. Sorry, pre-Cataclysm. Jeez, words! So pre-Cataclysm, these were not elites anymore. I believe during one patch, it was patch 2.5, if I'm not mistaken here. Basically, yeah, they are not elite anymore, so they've become a lot easier. But with Cataclysm, you actually find out that these dark iron dwarves are actually working for, drumroll please, the Twilight Cult, are known as Twilight's Hammer. Basically, they all worship Cho'Gall and do a lot of scary magic. But luckily, though, they don't cause any problems to you as a character leveling. You know, you just kind of wear your heirlooms and just give them a knuckle sandwich, and all is good. So that's basically this part here, but I always had really fond memories here because I also used to play on a PvP server, and I'm not sure if anyone has the same experience as me, but going through here, through the bridge here, to Thandal Span, and all the way into Arathia Highlands, there used to be some Horde, and, you know, that was always fun, either for me or for them, both killing each other, so that was always great. And I think one other notable thing as well that I like to mention is all the mobs here that you kill have a chance to drop this guy. This little guy, this little red whelping. I don't know if you guys can see him very well here. This cutie right here. I named mine Gail Zara, and I'm I'm a bit of a loser in the sense that I looked up a wiki of dragon names and just chose one, and Gail Zara sounded kind of fierce for a little guy, so his name's Gail Zara. But he comes from any mob here, located in the wetlands, and only has a 0.1% chance to drop. So as much as there's a ton of mobs that have a chance to drop it, it's still a pain in the butt to get. So basically what I did, I bought it off the auction house. Who got time for that, right? But I just bought mine, but if you want to farm any significant battle pets, the red Crimson Whelpling is definitely one to go for. Really good battle pet as well, good stats. And he's also really cute. Like, I think you can also buy the plushie in the Blizzard store as well, which is also really great. So yeah, and that sums up that. Oh, look at this guy. Oh god, no thanks. Even though you're level 50, I'll leave you be. I'll leave you terrorized. So some more cool facts. For any of you that have played Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos, there has been a map called the Wetlands. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but basically it kind of looks similar to this. Obviously not with all the, the flight points and all that, but basically it's just a big green terrain, and basically it's all covered in jungle and Murlocs. Basically the mobs are Murlocs, so you can recognize it through that. And also one more cool fact that you guys need to know. So again, I learned something new. Maybe you guys knew about this, but basically after the launch of WoW, so this is way back in 2004, basically there was a glitch in Menethil Harbor, so back where we were, where the boats were. Basically, the boats from Oberdeen, so the one that went to Howling Fjord, that used to go to Oberdeen before. That's all the way where Darnassus is, and, Kalimdor. But at the launch, there was a glitch, and boats weren't working. No, that boat wasn't working. So they actually placed in someone called Captain Placeholder until a fix was implemented back in April of 2005. So actually it stood for a couple of months. And he was really liked amongst a lot of players, but I'm assuming because he probably instantly teleported you. That is my guess, without actually waiting for a boat. So basically he was actually so popular during that short period of time through that short period of months there for the fix that they basically made a petition to have him stay in the game, but Blizzard was like, we're gonna put our boats back in. So basically he hasn't reappeared really as like an NPC or anything like that, but he has reappeared in like Mists of Pandaria and is actually known as Admiral Placeholder now, because apparently during the launch of Mists of Pandaria, during I think it was a couple of weeks or so, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically he used to portal people to Valley of the Four Winds because I believe it was the portals to the Jade Forest were not working. So he was there in Stormwind, or in Stormwind, with his big admiral hat and just porting people in the meantime. So I thought that was kind of cool. And they also from what I read here, which was very interesting, was basically they made a song called the Lament of Captain Placeholder. So there's a little song about him. So that's flavorful. But yeah, so those are kind of the knickknacks that I've, gathered from the Wetlands. If I have forgotten anything that you would love to talk about, please feel free to talk to me in the comments down below. I'll gladly continue the discussion there. And for now, see you next time, and thank you for watching.